Oh, what? We're live. Well, Chris, you're supposed to be in charge of this.
April is obviously not here. She is in an undisclosed location.
China. Xi'an and the Young Ding. Am I doing that right?
No, that's not right at all. No, not even close.
Do we want to talk Stormy Daniels first? Was that?
No, I think we're going to skip over Stormy Daniels. We're going to go straight to suicide prevention.
I'm going to lose it. This is an issue I'm going to lose it over. What we do know is that the things that drive suicide can be very culturally specific.
But nobody is saying that we know what to do because we simply don't know. We'd love to have the dollars to do the research. There's a lot of great people who would do a really bang-up job if you gave them the money.
That's one of the things that really irks me. Here's one of the things that really upsets me. I think the biggest challenge that we have with mass shooting events, and Tony alluded to this, is the base rate is so incredibly low.
Deaths from suicide, very low base rate event. Attempts that are not necessarily lethal, significantly large, 1.2 million plus annually.
As you maximize the number of people that you identify at risk, right, with a really low base rate, if I want to predict, 95% of the times that somebody's going to do this, then my false positive rate is going to be astronomical.
I can tell you that a list of keywords, no matter how big they are, is not going to solve any of these problems.
So there isn't this really slick system that allows us to evaluate risk, intervene with people, say, hey, this is somebody that should not have firearms for the time being, and then removing that restriction. This is one of the things I'm going to lose it over. This is a big issue for me. Panels. We're going to talk about panels.
The panels.
I'm going to do it. We're going to work the panels in. Here's a little secret. It ain't a panel. It's 4 mini presentations, people.
There seems to be some issues with the way that insurance companies can decide how long people are treated for, especially if they need more time in the hospital.
As part of a diversity initiative, we went around and visited a lot of the not-for-profits. And many of the not-for-profits, even in areas of St. Louis that are predominantly African-American, the people working at the not-for-profit are white. And it's like, well, what the hell's going on here? Well, here's some interesting news. We have no scientific evidence of any kind that keeping someone in the hospital prevents suicide.
This is a problem with the current system we have versus the system we would like to have, where there's really good continuity of care.
So I think that in terms of giving lived experience a voice, and having lived experience at the table, I think that we've gotten a lot better. That doesn't mean there isn't a lot of room to work. So understanding what people are going through and connecting with their experience, their narrative, is an incredibly important part. Multidisciplinary efforts where we break out of it just being a social work research or psychology research, getting other professions involved will also increase our ability to embrace lived experience.
But remember that suicide, of the top 10 causes of death in the United States, has the least amount of funding.
So our funding priorities are way out of whack, and we're too focused on the medical model and genetic research and not on social, cultural determinants of suicide, which I think are much, much larger factors.
Let's make suicide prevention interesting enough that people want to talk about it.
It's us fighting against the darkness.